Check, check, check. 1, 2. I'm coming, fam. Listen, y'all need to understand. I'm about to explain this thing, man. Listen, man. Check, check, check. 1, 2. It's very important. I'm coming, fam. Listen, y'all need to understand. I'm about to explain this thing, man. Listen, man. Check, check, check. 1, 2. It's very important. I'm coming, fam. I'm coming, family. Listen, I'm gonna explain something in 1 second. Let me just throw this link in there, in case somebody wants support. I ain't gonna grift you yet. And I'm thinking of some grifts. Y'all ain't want to buy my socks to walk you into heaven. So I'm thinking of some other stuff that trick you. That's right. I'm gonna trick these FBAs. They gonna help me out. Oh, D-Diz. That's how the old folks used to talk. D-Diz. D-Diz. I'm gonna trick these FBAs. Shoot, I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to come up, man. I'm tired of this. Oh, this old live streaming, man, and you know what I mean? Tariq going halfies on museums. Oh, I ain't my bad. That's for the fall season, my bad. But anyway, don't worry about it. Hold up. Thanks for all your support. All your support. So, fam, let me tell you something. One thing that I'm thinking about is, depends if I can do it properly, right? Check 1, 2. Can y'all hear me? Press 7 if you can hear me. How do I sound? I need to get started now because I can't be. It's Sunday night. You know what I'm saying? I need to give at least an hour. I can't do. What's my big bro name? What we did with the rap thing. I can't do that all night. Good goodness of gracious. That was a woo. That was a movement. That was a movement, man. Oh my goodness. And y'all know I rock with Doggy Diamond, so you know I try to make sure we have a straight, strong dialogue. And people like, oh man, dog, are you soft, dog? Thank you, Mr. Williams, for the Cash App. Thank you so much, Mr. Williams, for the Cash App. Also, I want to I also thank I think it was another brother that hit me up and I forgot about him the other day. And if I forget you, I really didn't forget you. I just get busy sometimes. That's it. But I think it's man. Thank you, Mr. Williams. And I think it was somebody else, but I'll think about it a little bit. Anyway, Mr. Ruffin. I think that's what it was. I think Eddie Ruffin. Oh, Mr. Farrar and Mr. Ralph. Anyway, let me move this out the way so it don't get in my mic. Thank you so much. But listen, family, sometimes when we do these shows, family, if you know me, you know by now. Thank you so much, Mr. Jefferson. L. Jefferson said it was a great show. You know good and well by now, I like to make the show interesting. And some of the questions that I ask or some of the statements that I make is genuine, but some of it also keeps the show interesting. And so it seems like the people with a small IQ, they be acting like it's war or something. I'm like, it's a conversation, for goodness sake. It's not war. And that's the thing with our people. We take this social media thing and these dialogues and sometimes disagreement as if it's war. But as we can see, the European is playing real war. Oh, yeah. The European is playing real war. Orion is playing real war. You understand what I'm talking about? Like listen, he's not on Twitter. Did you notice? Y'all know who I'm talking about, right? Let me make sure y'all know who I'm talking about. Let me X this out so I don't mess my stuff up. Let me make sure y'all know who I'm talking about. Yeah, let's make sure we get this. Make sure we get this down pat right now. We don't want to play with this at all. Let's get this down. This is what we talking about. This is what we talking about right here. This is what we talking about. You see what I'm saying? See, while we playing, see, I've been looking into this. and I find out that he don't even have a full-blown social media. You know what I'm saying? He don't have a full-blown social media. You know what I'm saying? He don't have a full-blown social media. He's not over there on social media talking about he going to the dollar store. He ain't on social media talking about the stuff that you hear these provocateurs in our community talking about. You see, he go and hunt down our people like a dog. You understand what I'm saying? And many times, man, and I'm telling you, y'all might don't like my commentary today. I mean, the citizens are gonna appreciate it, I'm sure. But at the end of the day, while we are sitting, people talk about, and I'm going to bring up Tariq Nasheed every chance I get. He do videos about sisters twerking. He do videos about tethers. He do videos about white supremacy. He do videos about all of these things, right? Yet, he have never done a video as a response, or a response that is a responsible answer to how to deal with something like this. You understand? Very rarely, I'm sorry if I'm yelling too much, very rarely would you find people that make videos with solutions to something like this. They follow the thread of solutions and they just say, oh, we need better gun laws. Well, what gun laws is going to stop someone like this from going there and purchasing a gun? It was, according to reports, it was legal. You understand what I'm saying? So they just follow the thread. As if they don't have a mind of their own. You know what I'm saying? As if they don't have a mind of their own to conceptualize what need to be done in order to offset these brutal murderers. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? It just blows me away. It just blows me away how we complain about the entertainment, about the twerking, but we'll be entertained by one who claims that he has, that it's called Tariq Radio and he's not on the radio. How'd that work? Tariq Radio with no radio. How'd that work? How'd that go down? This is what I'm talking about, man. Come on, man. Like, what's the solution? I know it's plenty of people that's going to talk about the problem. Guess what's going to happen? You're going to have all these people that's talking about stay on code. They're going to be talking about the white supremacists and the white supremacists and the white supremacists and the white supremacists. And that he came all the way from over town and he came to a black community and they're going to say all that. But at the end of a conversation, you will never hear solutions. Nor will you hear the basic solution of how to identify one who is coming in the name of unlifing us. One of the main things that we have to do, listen, family, please listen, family. One of the things that we have to do is forever be vigilant. We done got comfortable. You know what I'm saying? We done got comfortable. Like, I don't understand how one can not be vigilant in this hour, at this hour. That's the first step. Be vigilant. I did a show the other night. Press 7 if you want. No, it was in the morning. I said that the Dollar General and the Family Dollar, that they had a lawsuit against them for what? For the fire exits, for the boxes. And I say they do that stuff in our community where other communities they never do that. But blocking the fire exit, you can't even get out the door if something like this happened. You understand what I'm saying? So when I said that, that's what I was alluding to, that if anything happened, you can't even get to safety. Right there, that small little segment right there, people will attribute that I'm talking about a little bit of nothing. But I brought that story up for the simple fact is how they do that. How they do that in our community. They just disregard our safety. So we have to take it in our own hands. We have to take our safety in our own hands. This is the first solution, to be vigilant. Talking about the white supremacists, we know about the white supremacists. I think we do, don't we? Family, I don't know if you believe in Jesus. I don't know if you believe in Muhammad. I don't know who you believe in. But one, if you believe in Jesus, he was fighting the Roman government, the white supremacists. If you believe in Muhammad, they had already infiltrated, coming from Europe, they had already infiltrated the Arabian Peninsula. And if you believe you're from North Africa or North America, you already know the deal. So you got over 2,000 years of data. Why are we still talking about that? We should be looking at practical solutions. Are y'all with me on this one? Don't we got 2,000 years of data plus? See, 2,000 years is starting from the Jesus period. You know what I'm saying? But the Roman Empire extended far beyond Palestine, way before the Jesus period. So we understand what white supremacy looked like, quote unquote. We still there. We should be having a response that is solution-based instead of just talking. And the internet is not the place to be talking about solution-based, but give some hints or something. Like I just said, you're going to have to be vigilant. You are going to have to protect yourself and your family. You're going to have to be on point at every step of the way. I'm going to tell you something. I love the fact I live in Baltimore City. They can say what they want about Baltimore. They can say it's the murder this and our people are so scared. You live in the city? Absolutely. Absolutely. The older people say, I wouldn't live in the city for nothing. Okay. Guess what? I can see a Ryan a mile away in the city. A mile away in Baltimore City, I can see him. I can spot him. I can spot him and got him. Bow. That's right. Because guess what? In Baltimore City, it's like 90% us. When you there and you ain't buying dope or you ain't delivering something and you looking a little bit glassy-eyed with a bunch of a weird little car and you out of place. you out of place. So I'm good. Inshallah. But I'm good. You out of place. You better be buying some dope, some coke, some cracks, or you better be the Uber or the FedEx guy or something. The mailman in Baltimore look like me. The mail lady got yellow hair. The mail lady got purple hair. Oh yeah, in Baltimore. Anybody in here from Baltimore? You know what I'm talking about. The mailman pulling up, listening to Yachty. Oh yeah. The FedEx man, most of it. I mean, the Amazon man, he pull up, he got Yachty blasting out the electric box car. I'm trying to tell you, Baltimore, I love it. Because I'm a spot Ryan a mile away. And when I do, I'm gonna let everybody know, So I'm happy to be a resident of Baltimore City. That's right. I wouldn't have it no other way. I'm telling you, because when he pulls up, how do our people not see? You know what happened in our homes, family? See, we hear this stuff on social media, but take a Tariq Nasheed. I'm going to keep on name dropping him. Oh, yeah. Take a Tariq Nasheed, for example. He talk white supremacy, but in his home, he got to teach white equality or Eurocentric equality because his mama-law European, his wife half European. So we got to teach some type of equality. And ain't nothing wrong with that. I believe in equality. Look at your neighbor and say, believe in equality. I believe in equality. Absolutely. But one thing I also believe in, that I'm going to teach my children to be vigilant of one who have proved themselves for over, you hear what I say? For over 2,000 years. Absolutely. Now, I ain't going to paint them all with a wide brush, but I'm going to use a little thin one. I'm going to use a little thin brush. Absolutely. I'm going to be on point. It is what it is, man. Get mad all you want. You can get mad all you want. But I'm going to tell you, when you proved yourself for over 2,000 years, I got to have at least the little brush. I ain't going to use the wide brush now because I'm going to leave some reservations, but I'm going to use the little brush. But see, Tariq Nasheed, he can't do that. He can't do that. And if he does, he's just going to confuse the little ones as if they're not already. It is what it is, man. I got to call a spade a spade. You understand what I'm saying? So if we are in a community and it's primarily majority us, how in the world do we not know that this guy is looking a bit off? How do we know this? Because guess why? Most of us in our homes, everybody's equal. Be nice to everybody. Don't worry about that. I don't judge nobody. Well, you better start. Listen, there's a difference of judging and passing condemnation. Family, I'm telling you today, you better start judging, making assessments and judgment calls. That don't mean you're going to pass condemnation. You see, that's a difference. See, I'm gonna get on my soapbox real quick. In the Bible, for my Christian brothers and sisters, it say, judge not lest ye be judged, for what measure ye use, it will be meted out unto you. In other words, if you see somebody that looks suspect, you be on point. And if you go somewhere and they think you look suspect and they on point, don't even worry about it. They're using the same measure that you're using to judge someone else. It doesn't say don't judge. It just say be prepared to be judged by the standard in which you judge someone. It's time to get busy, man. It's time to get busy,
expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. It's time to expose the frauds. It's time for us to go hard. First of all, let me welcome y'all to Moore's World TV. Come on, it's time to go. Ain't nobody going to deceive me. Deceive who?
Man, we going all the way in tonight, family.
Pull out the plot.
We going all the way in tonight. This going to be a short intro. We're going to hit the horns at the end of the show.
With the guard, made Crip, Sonny, Boxing, Apple X, and Sean.
We got some Elderberry kombucha in the building.
Got Sean from the Shy, Candy Chamber, Ishmael Bay, and Zinsuna. Anybody, they can get it if they gripping on the fam. Moore's World TV, investigating all scams. Gon' check my record, and please don't front. Come on, keep it a buck. I ain't been wrong once. From Sinetta and Polite, and to Tariq Bay, Malik, Zulu, Shabazz, and Grandmaster J. Word to call to all the frauds.
Yes, sir. Wow, babe. I'm getting me an endorsement. I don't know what y'all talking about. I need this bread, man. I need to take the show to places they ain't never been before.
Let's get on these frauds' neck, and let's shut them down. Let's go. Come on. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. That's right, let everybody know it's going down. Moore's World TV, we gon' shut it down. Share this to these two platforms. Thumbs up. The show starts now. Let's get it.
All right. Man, thank you for all your support, family. We about to get it, family. We about to get it. Family, listen, family. This is the craziest thing that I've seen in quite some time that I'm going to use some comparisons. And it is what it is, family. I do want to entertain you, but I do want to enlighten you at the same time. So in the process of that, family, I want you to just take notice to the flyer that I put out. And I want you to see these faces on here because these faces are very familiar. Family, these are the people that the newest one is the guy Bezzel. I want y'all to watch this guy Bezzel. I want you to watch him because he's very new to the scene of the militia or gun club or the Malik Zulu Shabazz type thing, but you got to watch him real close because this brother pops up, starts the gun club in Austin, Texas, and the next thing you know, he's on CBS News. And now you know that many times that these networks endorse the people that they want speaking for them. You know what I mean? And when I mean speaking for them, I'm talking about controlled opposition. So you have to pay close attention, family. Whenever someone comes out of the woodwork, right? Whenever one comes out the woodwork, right? And when they come out there and all of a sudden they're on the major networks, that is one of the signs that you have to take notice. Now, it doesn't mean it's the end all be all. Quite naturally, they might be of interest of a news media operation that says, man, I think this is a good story. But if you start a gun club tomorrow and you're on the top rated news network on their website, et cetera, then I'm going to tell you that's a major red flag for our community because our community is pushed propaganda like no other community. And this gun idea of bringing your guns out of your house and bringing them into the public so everybody can see what you have and marching around, family, I'm telling you, stay away from that. Stay away from that. If you know anything, I could be the foolest of fools, but stay away from that. Anybody that do that, they most likely missed the hug or something. They most likely missed the I love you or something, and they just need attention bad. But with the climate of things going on, with this racial tension, with all of these shootings, et cetera, family, there's no need to be showing people what you're rocking with. There's no reason. And marching down the street acting like that you ready for war with a country that can drop a drone on Uday and Qusay while they pooping in Iraq from D.C. Brother, sister, come on, wake up. Wake up. This is all foolishness. Ain't the best thing that you can do. See, I'm going to keep it a buck. I'm going to keep it a buck. You know what I mean? Tariq told me.
Keep it a buck.
And that's what I'm going to do. What you want me to do, Tariq? He wants
keep it a buck.
And that's what I'm going to do. Listen, at the end of the day, if you pay attention, see, this is the problem. This is the problem. And you're going to know about this as I do this presentation tonight. One of the major problems that we have as a people that we don't pay attention to history. If we pay attention to history, we would understand that some of the great wars that United States claimed to have won, they were actually lost. They wasn't lost because they didn't lost the country. They wasn't lost in reference that they lost the country, anything like that. But they was actually lost and they had to evacuate. Case in point, Vietnam. Do anybody know how Vietnamese was able to overcome the United States invasion? Anybody know? Let me see if somebody put it in the chat. Do anybody know how? What is that? The last one they was been into, Afghanistan. Do you know they pulled out? They didn't claim victory. They just pulled out. Do you know why? You know why? Because they use guerrilla warfare tactics. There we go. They went underground with it, guerrilla warfare. So listen, family. It's never how big an army is. It's how tactful the defender is. The defender ultimately turns the table and makes the offender the defender and ultimately retreats. See, with this social media, they put people in front of us to bring us out in order to show our hand. That shows that we have no discipline. That shows that we have no militants. That shows that Man, these people are a joke. So again, when these people come out marching like that, family, I'm trying to tell you, let it ride. Let it ride. Let the other people do all that crazy stuff. Let it ride. But let me share something with you, family. Listen, before I get into what I got to do about this show, I got a lot of things I want to hit real quick. But one thing that I want to hit on right now, family, Tariq Nasheed has already showed his character in so many different ways. You know what I'm saying? At one moment, he's a comedian. You know what I'm saying? And it's all about baiting people. You know what I'm saying? 1 minute he's a comedian. He baits people, and then he makes jokes and distracts people, and then he's talking about he's going to be the redeemer of them people. You know what I'm saying? At one moment he's a pimp. He's a Mac. He's going to teach people how to play women, get over on women, mislead, and get a little bit skin, you know, in the name of genius against a genius predator, if you will. You know what I mean? Come on. These are the characters I just need to run by so I can set up what I'm trying to say. I mean, I gotta lay it down what I'm trying to say, family. You know what I mean? These are the characters. You know what I mean? And then you get Cosmo Flex, and then again you get the radio host with no radio. You get the radio host with no radio. He called his show Tariq Radio. You know what I mean? At least Morse World TV, you can watch it on your TV. You feel what I'm saying? Misdirection. So this is the cosplay. This is not the cosplay. This is the grifter who's sent to misdirect. The grifter provocateur. He's going to be a provocateur, and he's going to grift at the same time. So he's going to sell you anything. You know what I mean? He's going to sell you anything, but his objective is to be a provocateur, to mislead, misdirect, misinform, and have you believe in something that you should never, ever believe in your wildest imagination. You know what I'm saying? But that's Tariq Nasheed. And then he's coming on the political spectrum as FBA. Do you understand what I'm saying? He coming to the political scope as FBA, but he's not none of these characters. He's none of this in real life. These are only characters. You know what I'm saying? And this is how they pour these people to our people. In reality, how can Tariq or anybody sitting in a den, never going on the streets never going in the streets, never going for dolo and helping people, talking about they the grassroots. These are actors. That's all they are. These are actors. And I can't believe that people will fall for this grassroots. The people act like they don't know what a grassroots is. Nevertheless, that's Tariq Nasheed. Now, let's move on real quick. But these are all different characters. And you know I can go on with Tariq Nasheed forever. Ever. But now, one of the newer ones is this guy here. Pay attention, family. This guy, Nick Bezzel. I have nothing against him. In fact, I never met him. I don't know him. He was on my show before, and I just thought it was odd. After him on the show, I was like, this guy seemed a little odd to me. You know what I'm saying? He seems a little odd to me. I did a little research, and I did a video on it. And in the video, I find out that the brother is militarily trained. I find out that the brother says he was from Chicagoland, and I've never heard anybody from Chicago use the term Chicagoland. I thought that was kind of suspect, and many other things that drew my suspicion. You know what I mean? And basically, after he came out of nowhere and Malik Zulu Shabazz began to endorse him. And because Malik Zulu Shabazz has a funny style, a funny history, and a spotted history at that, until I uncovered it. You know, anybody that he rubber stamp, now I'm looking at them sideways, you know, because I've already looked at him sideways. You know what I'm saying? And this is him on the news. You know what I'm saying? He's talking to the journalist, and I'm like, where did this guy come from? Where did he come from? He's very articulate. He's one of those ones that, in particular, that they need to vet this guy before they allow anybody to start joining, running with him, and supporting. He need to be vetted. And now if he passed the test of the vetting, then keep it pushing. But they get mad at me because I say somebody need vetting. Now, when I followed him in Mississippi, they had a little thing going on in Mississippi, and he walked up to another suspect thing. He walked up to a judge's chambers or a judge's office and or the clerk's office and talking about, we supposed to have a meeting. And the clerk said, no, you supposed to been here 3 hours ago. He said, well, I'm here now. You know what I'm saying? As if he avoided the meeting. He avoided the meeting and then act like he was mad at the people because the judge had went home. It seemed all so suspect. It seems so suspect. You know what I mean? And so when I say these things, people say, oh, you causing division. You causing division. No, this is a life and death situation. And if someone's saying they're going to fight for our life, then we need to make sure that that person is worthy to be on the front line, to be behind my back, to be beside me, to be anywhere near me. It's your life, for God's sakes. It's your people, for God's sakes. It's liberation, for God's sakes. You mean tell me that your life is not worth a 10-minute, 20-minute, 30-minute, or an hour vetting? Are you serious? This is how these people have come to fool us, that we think that if we ask questions, we are the bad guy. If we ask questions, we are guilty. No, you're out on the front line claiming that you're speaking for us, that you're representing for us, and that you are going to defend us. Therefore, us need to ask you, where did you come from? Period, point blank. That's just how it is. And that's where we're at now. And until we do that, family, we will always be at the mercy of one to infiltrate. Until we do that, we'll be at the mercy of one to infiltrate. You know, what person in their right mind? Let me calm it down. Because this they'll be working with me sometime. What person, family, in their right mind? Listen, family. What person in their right mind comes out their house with all this gear just to march down the street? Are you really going to bang off on somebody? Are you really? What is this all about? What is this all about? You could have walked out there without all that and still made a powerful, impactful statement. But let me tell you something. To bring everybody out their houses with their weapons, with their ammunition, with their communications, and walking down the street, now you're on camera, face recognition, and no telling what's to follow. What does that have to do with Ryan? What does that have to do with Ryan? See, old Ryan boy, he wasn't on social media. When they searched his social media, all they could find out is he was in college at some point, and I think it was a digital designer. See, he wasn't advertising that he's a murderer. See, he wasn't on social media wearing all the gear that he will ultimately wear and run up in the Dollar General. He wasn't doing that. He wasn't doing that. You know what I'm saying? And see, and this is the thing that we have to recognize. You know what I mean? See, he wasn't on social media. You follow me? He wasn't on social media like this. He wasn't at the gun range on social media. He wasn't at the gun range on CBS News. He wasn't marching down the street. And if he wasn't wearing that. This this is what I'm trying to tell people, that these people that are really out to take us off the map, they ain't got nothing to talk about on social media. They ain't got nothing to talk about on social media. And the people on social media who understand how social media work, understand how predators work, they should be on social media teaching people, helping people to critically think and analyze situations. You follow me? Because at the end of the day, check this out. At the end of the day, they say he stopped at the sheriffs also confirmed the validity of this video showing the shooter on campus of Edgewater University shortly before attack. No one was hurt there. Security confronted him after he put on a ballistic vest. So somebody caught him on video putting on a ballistics vest. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. Here you go right here. Somebody caught him. There go the security.
Grab him. Oh, they finna get his ass. I know they finna get his ass. No DNA.
J about commit him.
Oh, no, he might.
So they got him right there, right? Putting on the vest, but at the time they don't know what he's really up to. So basically, they ran him off campus. You see what I'm saying? But somebody got him on a TikTok or the X video demonstration. You know what I'm saying? Putting on the vest moments before. But this shows you a little bit of vigilance. But now, when he walked into the store, it seemed like I can't say what I would have done. And I'm not going to say what I would have done because I'm not sure. You know what I'm saying? But I do know that we got to do better. I do know that. So anyway, they caught that, right? And then, not to mention, the next step is he goes pull up to the Dollar General and he shoots a 52-year-old sister. Follow what I'm saying? Now, here is the thing about that. Let me get over here to Mr. One second. Here is the thing about that. The sad thing about that is that one of the people, and I didn't have time to really find out which one, but one of the people who was shot actually was of Haitian descent. And two of them would be what Tariq was classified as FBA. And this European was not saying, okay, you Haitian, you can go. He said he's seen one, he's seen all. And for the Moors, I know you said that, man, they should have said that they was Moors. That's some goofy stuff that a Moor would say. He said, nah, when they see one, they see all. So if they see one and they see all, why would we divide ourselves against one another? That don't make sense to me. That shows that it's a part of a bigger plot. It's a part of a bigger plot. When they see one, when they seen the Haitian and they seen the person that's from Jackson, from the mud, they ain't see no Haitian or no quote-unquote black person, the indigenous and Moor and Hebrew. They ain't seen none of that. Ryan ain't seen none of that. And that shows you how the plot thickens. The plot thickens. When he shot, see what I'm saying? All he was looking at was skin complexion. That's it. That's it. He didn't care about if you proclaim a nationality. He didn't care if you call yourself black. He didn't care if you was Haitian, if you was Jamaican, if you was Nigerian. He did not care. So why should we care if some of us have got off the boat or got kicked off the boat, dragged off the boat before we got to the place called America? I mean, why should we care that you was dropped off at Haiti first, that you was dropped off at Jamaica first, that you was dropped off at such and such, or that you came later from Nigeria, or you came later from Kenya, or you came here later from Ghana, or you came later from somewhere else? Why should we be arguing about that? That's about the dumbest argument that any group of people that have ever been oppressed on earth could ever bring to the table. That's about the sickest argument and the biggest plot of white supremacy that you ever will see, that's being cooked right underneath your nose. They cooking it right underneath your nose, and they're using the same people that they used before. People that look like us. It's like that saying where people say, Moors put Africans in slavery. Well, Moors are Africans. So yeah, Africans played a role in us getting into this situation. And we are of African descent, and we are of this indigenous American descent. We are a little bit of everything. Accepted, rejected, like it or not. We have been around the world and been on the planet millions of years before any other group of people, pale or otherwise, even thought about stepping foot on the planet. So we've been everywhere, and they was never there. So we are a little bit of everything. Pick one. Pick one that suits you. But when they come, Ryan Palmeter is shown inside the Dollar General, still in this video of a video shared by the Jackson Sheriff Office during a briefing on Sunday, August 27. Palmeter police said shot and killed 3 quote-unquote black people inside the store a day earlier. You follow me? And they sitting up there. Somebody said, I was about to say, and I just looked at Black Girls Read. She said it's never about reparations. No, reparations was the vehicle to enter in this Mickey of separation of a conversation. The reparation topic was an entryway for the poison. It's never been about reparations. That's a way for the poison. See, in order for an agenda to be seeded, it got to have an entryway. Reparations was the perfect entryway. You understand what I'm saying? This is a European doctrine. The same way I tell people about right to travel. People think it has something to do with Moorish. No, that's a Southern European or sovereign citizen European doctrine. That has nothing to do with Moorish, nothing whatsoever. But the same way that they try to creep that into the Moorish ideology by those who claiming to be Moors, I came on the scene and like, no, that's a lie. No, it ain't got nothing to do with it. No, we are not. This is not Al-Marak. No. This is not Al-Marak. Right now, this is an occupied land called America. That's where we at. Like it or not. If you ready to do something about it, go ahead, strap up. Know what I mean? Or go ahead and vote, or go ahead and cry, or do something else. But this is not Al-Marak. This is not Morocco. This is called America. Like it or not. This is not Turtle Island. You know what I mean? There ain't no Turtle Island. We are in America right now. Unless you're ready, strap up and rename it. We are in the United States of America. You can say it's the circumference of D.C. You can say it's Pennsylvania and Philadelphia, or you can say it's all the states and the 2 Alaska and Hawaii. I don't care what you say. This is not that. And if you violate and you ain't ready to bang off, they got something for you. So you better be talking about some unity, and you better be talking about some practical thinking. You better be talking about some economic power, some unity with some economics. You better start talking about educating your own children. And you better start educating yourself. And you better walking out, showing people what you're holding. Because what you're holding ain't nothing. Because you don't have no tactical ability to even go the distance. You be mad at a ramen. You be mad if you can't eat your ramen noodle at night. Yeah, I'm talking about the Malik, Zulu, Shabazz, the big Shirley's now. You know what I mean? It's like you mad if you can't get that demonstration that they fighting for at the burger joint. You know what I'm saying? Man, let me show you something, family. Let me show you something. That's right. We're going all the way in tonight. Just go and get ready to get mad now. I mean, now, don't go and get mad now. And the reason why I pick out Nick, let me tell you something. The reason why I pick out Nick, because I've been watching him and he's been behind the scene doing something. And he does a podcast. This podcast is, shout out to the sister, but this is not about Sister Tiffany because she's only doing a podcast. But anyway, how we get free. Hold up, brother. What is your credentials to say that you are qualified to speak on how we are going to get free? Where are you from? Who are you? Who your mama? Who your daddy? Answer anything that people want to know, because now you talking about that you are a liberator, and we have the right to ask. And your family, don't feel guilty of asking these people where you come from. Who are you? Where your people? Don't be scared to ask them. What made you put all this gear on? I mean, and come out here to march up and down the street in 155 weather of Austin, Texas? What made you do it? Sometimes, man, we got to ask these questions. Even if you ask them on the internet, get the questions out there, because then people going to start saying, hold up, this is a bit odd. Where's these people come from? I mean, talk about how we get free. Hold up, who qualified you to talk about how we get free? Who are you? You have a gun club, or are you of a social club? Are you of a social organization or a political organization? Are you of a militia? Or, I mean, how you talking? What type of freedom are we talking about? You understand what I'm saying? Press 7 if you follow what I'm saying. Family, it's time to vet these people. Y'all with me? Y'all with me? It's time to vet. You ain't got to vet it on the internet. Or you can if you want. But it's time to vet. Who is these people? Listen, vet me, family. Vet me, family. Matter of fact, I tell people all the time, I'm right here in Baltimore, man. Listen, listen. I'm going to keep it a buck, family. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. You come in Baltimore and you see me, you gonna be like, man, that man working. And you pull up on me, I'm gonna be working. I'm gonna be a little bit dusty. Now I'm looking for my work boots. I'm gonna be a little bit dusty. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, you might catch me in my regular car, you might catch me in my raggedy pickup, but I'm gonna be a little bit dusty. I'm gonna be always on the move. If you catch me at an event, I might get a little bit clean. I went to an event this weekend, and that's right, I was tethered down. That's right, I was tethered down, boy. The host of the event, Dr. Sa, said, "What, you got a watermelon on that dashiki?" I was tethered down, boy. I had a good time, beautiful time. I'm going to go over that probably on my next show. Yes, indeed, man. We had a good time. Jamaican soul cuisine at diaspora something, diaspora soul, something like that. It was good to go. Oh, but I'm gonna highlight it soon. That's right. I was tethered down, bro. Tethered mean tied down. Yeah, I was tied down. I had a good time. Oh yeah, that's right. We were up in there. That's right. That's right. We had a good time. Oh yeah, we had Sunni, we had Sunni brother in there. We had Nation Islam brother in there. We had Jamaican up in there. We had people from other islands up in there. I'm indigenous of America. I believe that. You know what I'm saying? But you're more. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. I'm not trying to hear what you're talking about. Anyway, I had people from all over the place, man. Thank you, Thomas. I had people all over the place, but I was tethered down. That's right. It was an African theme. I had to pull my dashiki up out of the closet on them. You know what did? Oh, I went up in there sharp as 3 dots. Shout out to Dr. Assal, man. Oh, man. That's indeed. Shoot. Call me what you want. My ancestors. Hey, And when anybody, listen, fam, let me get a sidebar. Anybody ever get a real dashiki where it looked like they sewed it by hand? I ain't talking about the one from Chongwu now. I'm talking about the ones, and I'm definitely not talking from the one from Shakira. Nuh-uh. I'm talking about the one where it looked like they sewed it with a real needle and the fabric kind of hard on your body. That's what I had on. That's like I had the real deal on. I ain't talking about that thin demonstration. Feel like they done dyed a sheet. Hey, Grifter! I had the real deal on, baby. Yes, indeed. Black girls me. You know them little thin ones? Press 7, y'all know what I'm talking. Talk to me now. You know them little ones that look like they just took a sheet and they dyed that. Look, my eye red as a beet. I'm having a good time. Cool Cat said the heavy itchy one. Woo! Man, I love y'all, man. Come on. Sharper than a sticker bra. I'm trying to tell you, family. I was in that demonstration, man. Yes, indeed, boy. That's I had to post picture. I did. I had post picture, family. I felt good. That thing, I just hope it didn't rain because, boy, it get rain. Boy, them tether suits, boy, get kind of heavy. You know what I mean? They be real. They be real, man. Like they made them joint from the cotton gin. You know what I mean? They make shirts back then. Zoom, zoom, zoom. And then sew that joint by hand. That's what it felt like. But people think I'm playing too much, man. I have a good time, man. I'm trying to tell you, I have a good time. I'm telling you, I love my people. I love every aspect of the journey, family. Every aspect of the journey. How can we not love every aspect of our journey? We had the in there real quick. I'm gonna finish and I'm gonna move on. We had the brothers in there was drumming. I had the little band in there. I said little band. I apologize if y'all watching. It's not little band, but I'm just saying, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, the guy was on the bongos or whatever he was. You know what I'm talking about. He was smacking them demonstration, you know what I'm saying? Now, I'm used to the congos with the go-go, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, the DMV, I'm used to the, but boy, slang, boom, bang, like African drums, man. He was smacking them demonstrations, man. And so I had my baby with me, Rabia. Rabia was reaching in the sky. I said, good goodness gracious, she's downloading. She downloading all the energy. She was downloading that. We was there for at least 3 hours. Rabia, 4 months old. Going on 4 months. She 4 months yet? I think she 4 months. Listen, she ain't cried one time. I had Rabia and Aleem up in there. We was tethered down, man. We was tethered down. Yeah, buddy. Listen, get yourself some tethering. You hear what I say? Get yourself some tethering. It make you feel good. The ancestors will bless you. That's Rabia was like, Rabia was rocking with the drums. I'm like, hold up. My baby was bad. Oh, man, I love this. Family, listen, family, if you don't do nothing in life, enjoy it. You feel me? If you don't do nothing in life, enjoy it, family. Because in a quick moment, it can be, pew. Feel what I'm saying? In a quick moment, pew. Enjoy it. No matter what you do it to the fullest. If you do anything, just do it to the fullest. Avoid conflict. And I ain't talking about this YouTube stuff. I'm talking about in your personal life. People that you love, people that you care about. Avoid that conflict. Walk away, run sometime. Avoid it. Because this journey in a flicker of it could be it. So join every moment of it. With that being said, I'm about to bring a tear down. Let me get back to the show real quick. So anyway, these people here, they have gone so crazy, family. They will tell everything to the European on the news, but then act like that they're freedom fighters. You see what I'm talking about? New episode of CBS Reports. Reverb series investigates how gun owners are growing more diverse as increased numbers of Black, Latino, and man, what they're reporting. See what I'm talking about? Nobody know this guy like people might know Malik Zulu Shabazz, but here he go, reporting. But hey, people love stuff like that. With that being said, though, fam, with that being said, in the midst of a guy like Ryan, right? In the midst of a guy like Ryan that can just run up and shoot our people wholesale like it's nothing. We have our people on the internet. That's what I'm here talking to. We have people on the internet like Rich. He come on the internet with a mask on and talk about ancestral superpowers. You see what I'm talking about? Man, we done gone crazy. Fam, look at this. This is a show he just did. Ancestral superpower. With a weird mask on. With a weird mask on. Listen, people with ancestral superpower. Where? Where? Them superpowers ain't stopping this European from oppressing us. And that's another thing we got to talk about. You know what I mean? My brothers in the NOI, I love you, but you keep talking about this mothership, and the mothership ain't done nothing yet. The mothership and all the baby ships ain't done nothing yet. See, we need to stop playing. Listen, man, we need to stop this playing, man. We need to stop this playing. See, I'm here to wake up a new generation. You know what I mean? I'm here to wake up a new generation. I'm here to wake up those that are my age and that's are ready to rock, and those that are young yet unborn to get this message. I'm putting it in the atmosphere. If you talk about the mothership, the mother plane, and the 100,000 baby planes, and they gonna do this and do that and the third, they better get to doing, or we gonna disqualify this foolishness. I mean, we're going to disqualify this foolishness because we ain't going to sit up here and keep on having you keep on talking about this mothership, mother plane, and baby planes. And this European, he just going up into the gun store and banging. We ain't gonna keep playing these games. And I don't care. See, this is the thing. I'm bold enough to say it. That stuff is crazy. That these little stories and these little tales and these little folklores and people still buying that stuff in 2023. People still buying this stuff in 2023, fam. The black man is God. What's the problem? What's the problem? Break it down to me. See, I believe similar type things because much of those lessons come out the Moorish Science Temple of America. But I believe these lessons are self-development lessons. And then we move as a collective. Most people haven't even developed self yet. Most people haven't even developed self yet. That's why we can't come together as a collective. We can't move the energy of the ancestors if we haven't even come together as a collective. See, most people think unity means uniformity. But I'm going to tell you that unity doesn't mean uniformity. Unity means oneness of mind. We have the same goal and we get there. We may not dress alike. We may not talk alike. We may not pray alike. We may not walk alike. But guess what? We're trying to get to the same place. Unity don't mean uniformity, man. We need to stop acting like that. Unity don't mean everybody wear fez. Unity don't mean everybody wear cross. Unity don't mean everybody wear kufi. Unity do not mean everybody wear dreads, a turban, or an ankh. Unity mean oneness of mind, one aim, one destiny, one God. Now you can call your God whatever you want. But please have something higher power than you. Because you ain't self-create yourself. Or did you? Whatever the case may be, family, this is where we fall short at. This is where we fall short at, family. While other people are taking life serious, we got people dressing up with a full face mask on. like a hockey goalie. He got a full face mask on, like a crystal head. Come on, man. Come on, man. This is where we at in 2023. And you see how many views it got? 50K views. People really want to see this stuff. 50,000 of them want to see it. But if I say something about it, then I become the bad guy. Then I become the bad guy. I become the bad guy because I tell people that this garbage is worthless. I tell the people, I say, listen. This garbage here is worthless. This is entertainment. If they call it entertainment, then fine, I'm with it. But if you're calling it self-improvement, self-edification, raising your intelligence and your knowledge, then I say it's garbage. I say it's garbage. I call my son come down here and put on his Batman mask, put on his Spider-Man mask. He got a couple of them. He really think he's Spider-Man. Yeah, at 4 years old, he think he's Spider-Man. For real. Every time he fall by mistake, he got throw. Listen, Aleem, every time he fall by mistake, right, you know what he got to do? He got to throw his arm up. That's right. Every single time. Let him slip and fall outside. He gonna throw his arm up. You can't tell him he ain't Spider-Man. That's right. And guess what? He's not the European Spider-Man. He's Miles Morales. Miles Moore Alice. Yeah. Hey, double dare you. GS butcher words sometimes, but yeah, double dare you. I'm going to keep on butchering these words, man, because guess what, man? I'm the regular guy, man. I don't even care no more, man. Hey, double dare you. You know, I said this on the show before. You know, when people get a certain age, you're like, man, why them old people be talking like that, man? Why they just be so grouchy, man? They don't have no more patience, man. I ain't even gonna try. Man, I remember one time, right? I used to try to make sure I cross my T's and dot my I's and don't tell stories and don't tell lies. I ain't gonna tell no stories and don't tell lies, but man, you might have to look at that T real close. It's just what it is. Man. I'm gonna call it how it is, man. I'm at home, man. Yeah. You said tomato, I said tomato. I don't even care. Man, I'm upset, man. How people that go crazy, man. How people go crazy, double dare you, man. We go crazy, man. But look. This is how crazy this thing is, man. Look, this guy. What time is it? All right, I got a little bit more time. This guy, man. These people are crazy, man. Look, at the end of the day, right? While we sitting around watching weirdos like Malik Zulu Shabazz, right? He walks up on Tulsa for the first time looking like he got a toy gun. Look at the gun. Look at that gun though. Look at this crazy man. And all these grown men and women sitting there know good and well that gun looks suspect. Know good and well. Everybody else got guns with what's the back part? The back part all love. Look at this guy, man. Tripping. And won't nobody say nothing. Won't nobody say a word. Won't nobody say a word, family. Let me see. Take a look at it. Not him. Take a look at this. Won't nobody say a word. But I say something, and I am the bad guy. I am the bad guy because I say something. Look here. You got these people right there with some weapons. Now look at Tariq. Tariq, Malik, same people. Look at Malik. See what I'm saying? And then not to mention, these people are so crazy. The one right here, let me get my white chalkboard. This is what they do. They go on the internet with this stuff, family. Y'all might miss this stuff, you know what I mean? Because they're ready to rise again. Look here. Man, that's Taco. They accuse him of taking advantage of all the sisters. I mean, some real horrendous stuff. I mean, it's really bad. It's really bad. I don't know if it's true or not, but we had the sister on the show, but really bad. Check him out. He shows up with a stick. You can't make this stuff up. Because he a convicted felon. So he shows up with a stick. What he gonna do with a stick? This gotta stop, man. Come on now. Man, them Europeans looking at us like we done lost our daggone mind, man. He shows up with a stick because he's a convicted felon. Man, go home somewhere, man. Go home, eat your pork chops, man, on top of some gravy and rice, man. Stop playing, man. Man, listen, man. Listen. The unresisted movement is not a place for felons. I mean, somebody say, GS, I literally just left a family gathering, tired of explaining to them why I don't want to listen to the baby plane, mothership, audit crap. They telling me I'm wrong. I'm trying to tell you, it's time to tell them, man. We ain't trying to hear that, man. We ain't trying to hear none of that no more, man. Until you can produce, man, don't keep talking that to me, man. Don't keep talking that. Produce it or be quiet. That's it. I don't want to hear your story. But look, hear that joke with a stick. I whip your head, boy, with this stick. They might say, I'm just so silly. I can't watch this, so he just silly. He just so silly. He laughed too. I can't stand that laugh. I can't stand his laugh. It's just something about his laugh. Why he's so happy. Well, listen, man, this is a joke. Listen, family. Listen, back in the day, I wasn't always the grand sheik. Yeah, I act a fool. I was a young man. And that's how the system is set up. It's set up to remove our right to carry. It's okay. It's okay. So I will assure you, you will not see me in any type of gun club outfit, military, otherwise militia, or whatever, walking with a stick. No, I would rather be in the background making sure everybody got water so we can win the battle. Let me be the water guy, because the water guy is just as important with the one with the banger. Because without water, you die. Now, I don't mind being the water guy, but I definitely ain't going to be running up on you with no stick and you got them things that go bang, bang. Oh, no. Nah. He got the Moses stick. He going to throw it down and they're going to turn it into a serpent. What is wrong with these people? Wrong with these people? Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on, man. This is just ridiculous. Oh, now, just last year, now all of this happened and ain't nobody about to rock out. I mean, ain't nobody gonna rock out, you know what I mean? But last year, they all came
together. Your phone, this is gonna be historic. Here, go live.
Right. They came together last year in Mississippi in the Devil's Punch Bowl. All of these people with the guns. They showed up and let all the European camera people come out there and examine everything that they was doing. And look what they do. They signed a treaty.
These votes will determine the future. Hold on 1 second. Don't sign. Let's get everybody lined up. Let's get Babu and Nick. That's right.
All the leaders. Show your
sign. What do you call it?
the Declaration of Regulated United Black Militia.
We're going to sign the Declaration of Regulation.
Regulated.
This fool don't even know what they signing. This is how crazy these people are. This is how crazy these people are. While the European, and what I'm telling you, while the European is loading up, putting on his vest to go exterminate us, These the type of games that they play.
Black militia.
Look,
What do you call it? The Declaration of Regulated United Black Militia. All the leaders. Show
We're gonna
your
sign. What do you call it?
the Declaration of Regulated United Black Militia.
We're gonna sign the Declaration of Regulation.
Regulated.
United Black Militia.
Right, that's it.
All right.
He already know what it is. You mean he drove all the way from Silver Spring, Maryland to Mississippi, or caught a plane from Silver Spring, Maryland to Mississippi. He went from BWI to Mississippi, and he don't even know what he's signing. This is crazy. You see what I'm talking about? But the European now, Ryan doing it different. He ain't posing no pictures. Ryan here, the little nerdy guy, the one that smell like bologna every time it passed you. Smell like sweaty bologna in the hallway in high school. Like, man, Ryan smell like pee and bologna. But guess what Ryan doing? Ryan is putting on a vest. Ryan is about to do some execution style for his ideology. Yeah, he the same one that walked past you in the hallway. He smelled like sweaty bologna and pee. That's him. And y'all was teasing him. That's him. But he ain't put nothing on social media. He ain't put nothing where you can try to stop what he was about. But see, we showcase everything. hey, man, say smell like spoiled milk. But look, we got to showcase everything. This is how you know that it's a these movements around the internet and then hit the ground. They all movements to influence people to come out of their private self, come out of their private locations and their backyards and all that, and get yourself put on the record. That's what they doing. These people, look, man, Malik been around since the 80s, man. He ain't got nothing to show for it but a megaphone. That's it. He was with Khaled. They accuse him for possibly having something to do with Khaled, unlifing. But at the end of the day, he got nothing to show for. All that. All he got is a megaphone and a suit. He got some nice suits. I give him that. He got some fantastic suits. Yeah, he got some like when he was representing Polite here, where it went nowhere. Got some fantastic suits. And then look at the guy beside him. These people not even in shape. I'm not in perfect shape either. Don't get me wrong, but I ain't marching down the street with no burners. I mean, like, listen, I'm not clowning the brother in the Panther suit for not being in shape, but for goodness sake, what we doing? It remind me of Big Shirley. It remind me just of Big Shirley. Y'all remember Big Shirley when they came at Crystal Ball?
Oh my God.
Look, she didn't want no smoke. Hands up. I quit. Time out. Hold up. What's all the guns are for?
Oh my God.
I quit. The leader said I quit. Time out. Don't you hit me with that taser. Why would she do? She lay down. Where she at? She gonna lay down. Don't you hit me with that taser. I quit. Ho. This wasn't a part of the script. No. Stop. This was not a part of the script. Stop it, please. I don't want I want them little prongs up in me, and you won't stop holding the button. But these people talk like they ready and really about that life. See, I got to clown it. Because at the end of the day, family, we shouldn't be out there doing silly, goofy stuff like this, teaching a younger generation that this is a response to racism, a response to oppression, and definitely not a response to an aggressive regime coming against us and been against us for quite some time. This is not a proper response. What we should do, if we're going to protest. March like you've been marching. But don't come there acting like you're ready with the heaters and then it turn into the AC when it gets a little bit hot. You see what I'm saying? John Maddie, what John Maddie say? What up, John? You know what I'm saying? And as soon as it get hot, like what all the stuff for? What all the gun range for? What's all that for? To surrender? To surrender? And listen. These are just different colors of the same ball. You know what I mean? It's like one of them beach balls. You got Tariq on it. You got Malik. You got Big Shirley. You got this is a beach ball. This is a beach ball of different colors. All of them. Yeah, that's Big Shirley. All of them have the same agenda. If I call them out, they have the same agenda. Misinformation, disinformation, followed up by grifting. That's right. It's the same. It's the same thing. It's all the same exact thing. But again, we love to be entertained. We act like we look at this stuff like it's real. You know what I mean? Look at this, fam. He was a youth organizer. You know how long ago this was? This is when they pulled up on him. Right before they got him at Howard University. This is right before they got him at Howard University. And he's been rolling ever since. And no one calls him out. They ain't trying to fight for no freedom for nobody. I mean, when they start promoting these people on the O'Reilly Factor and all of that, you see Tariq on those same networks. You see him on the same networks. All of them on the same network. I'm telling you, fam, all this is a cosplay. Look at this. All of it is a cosplay. Every bit of it. It's organized distraction, organized confusion, and it's calculated to trigger us as if a movement is actually happening. Ain't no movement happening. Ain't nothing happening. This is all for show. You know what I'm saying? You could tell these people ain't really about that smoke, man. Look, when you see people come out and act like they're chasing down a 80-year-old cancer patient for Emmett Till murder, then you already know. Like you really hunting down a 80-year-old cancer patient. But you ain't go hunt down the guy that shot Trayvon. You ain't go hunt down him. But you ain't go hunt down all of these tragedies in our community where people are still walking around. You ain't go hunt them down. But you're gonna hunt down almost a 80-year-old cancer patient. Life already dealt her justice. She according to where I've seen, looked like she suffered all her life. Life already dealt her justice. But you ain't make one attempt to track down, to hunt down Zimmerman or whoever the guy name is. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. How do we take these people serious? For real, fam. For real. And what I'm saying is I don't encourage anybody to do these things. You know what I mean? Our unity is not there to be jumping out the window like that. Our loyalty and our trust need to be evaluated. And that's why it's important that we vet one another until we secure. And this is why I say all movements should start local. They shouldn't start on the internet. They should start local. You should be able to see your family. I should be able to see your children. You should be able to see my children. I should be able to see where you live. You should be able to see where I live. It should be no secrets. No, not in the liberation demonstration. No secrets. See, let me tell you something. The PLO, you know what I'm saying? The PLO, they live in the same communities. They all know each other. They've been fighting in the Gaza Strip for the longest. Generations. They know each other. In Vietnam, these people knew each other. See, we get into America and we forget that America is a very, very large country. It's pretty big. Some of these countries across seas can fit in Texas. So the United States is made up of microcosmic countries, if you will, called states. You don't know. It's the PLO, Palestinian Liberation Organization. They've been in a fight with the Israelis when the Israelis occupied the Gaza Strip. When they occupied the Gaza Strip, they have been fighting against because they've been moving in on their homeland, and they've been oppressing them, period, point blank. So it's the Palestinian Liberation Organization. And they've been invaded. It is what it is. But they all know each other. You know what I'm saying? They all know each other for the most part. They organize. They organize. And they organize against a nuclear power. These people have nuclear power over there because, they've been supplied. But long story short, what I'm saying is that if you choose to move on the rhythm of acting like you want to fight oppression, then the best thing to do is to build locally. Because you know who's next to you. You know who's beside you. If you think you're going to build with people all around the country, and you think you can trust everybody all around the country, you already lost from the break. Because most times, these people that gain popularity on the internet, they already got positioning by those who has tech geniuses and millions of dollars to put them in places in the internet technology, if you will, so you can come so they can be right in front of your face. They already backed with the technology to be right in front of your face. And most people going to be thinking like, oh man, they're amazing. Oh, no. Okay. Let me tell you something. The European has mastered the art of repetition. The art of repetition or repetitious manipulation is just keep saying something over and over and over, and then people will automatically gravitate and relate to it. Not everybody, but enough. It's the same way they get the radio people that listen to garbage music, garbage hip-hop, trash hip-hop, killer, suicidal hip-hop. It's the same way they do it. They just play it over and over and over and over and over again. And then a little while, you're like, man, that song ain't that bad. It ain't that bad. It's the beat. I like the beat. You start compromising. Oh, nah, man, I like the beat. I ain't really like the lyric. I like the beat. And then the next thing you know, you start singing the lyrics. Well, that's the same thing they do with the internet. They find a way to use technology to get the right person in front of you at the right time. And they just keep it right in front of you. And over time, you're going to listen. And if you don't have a critical thinking type mind, if you don't have the type of mind that's going to analyze everything, soon as the person says something that's true, you're going to take it like it's all true. And that's how, see, a grifter and a manipulator cannot grift or manipulate people if they don't say things that are true. They gotta say something. That's what gets me when people say, well, he do be telling the truth. He got to tell some truth or you wouldn't listen. The truth is debate. You know what I'm saying? The truth is debate. He got to tell some truth. In fact, he got to tell a lot of truth. But the grift is right behind it. The grift is right behind it. And as Narco said, not to mention, they know all your likes and dislikes. But let's go over this real quick. Let's look at Ryan real quick as we get out of here. Let's look at Ryan real quick. Look at Ryan. Let's take a look at Ryan. Let's take a look at Ryan, man. Because Ryan is something else, man. He is something else. Ryan just act a plumb fool out here. Man, listen. Here's Ryan. This is what they discover after the fact in his manifesto. You follow me? Here is Ryan. You know what I mean? Ryan tripping. Ryan tripping for real. You know what I mean? Look at this. This was quite frankly a maniac who decided he wanted to take lives. Sheriff T.K. Waters said specifically black people. He didn't say Haitian. He didn't say Jamaican. He didn't say any other thing that these people are putting out there to keep us divided. He says black people. Even though it was one Haitian and two what they refer to as black people, guess what? His task was completed because he set out to kill those who he know as black people, not as Haitians, not as Jamaicans, not as black people separate from any other group that they have labeled black. The manifesto is quite frankly the diary of a madman. He said the next day he was just completely irrational, but with irrational thoughts, he knew what he was doing. He was 100% lucid. One neighbor told Action Jacks, he came off as an unhappy, and selfish man. You follow me? Now, hold up. Let's examine it. This is when you understand, and this is why it's so important to be critical thinkers. You know what I'm saying? Listen to this. The Dollar General mass shooting came 5 years to the day of another mass shooting in Jacksonville, known as Jacksonville Landing shooting. In an instance, a man, David Katz, opened fire at a video game tournament, killing 2 people and wounding 11, according to Jacksonville.com. Jacksonville mayor said in the news conference that the 2023 suspect was aware of the Jacksonville Landing shooting anniversary date and may have planned his mass shooting in alignment with that. According to the Zen Education Project, a racial attack called Axe Handle Saturday occurred on August 27, 1960, when over 200 white rioters, quote unquote, armed with baseball bats and axe handles chased, beat, and threatened black residents of Jacksonville, Florida, unquote. It's not clear whether that bore any relevance to the shooter's motivation, however. Why do I put that out? I think it's imperative, family, that we start looking at dates centering around. Sometimes, man, we got computers in our hand. What happened on this date? See, back in the day, we used to read almanacs to see what's going on in the weather. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just got to sit back and Google when you're taking a poop or something, or you're eating lunch, what happened on this day? You know what I mean? This is what about being vigilant is about now. Now, listen, this it's not a game no more. What happened on this day? Anybody just random do that? Every so often I do it. I mean, what happened this day in history? You know what I'm saying? In fact, back in the day, I used to read the Reader's Digest. Anybody know about the Reader's Digest? And in the Reader's Digest, in the back of the day, they had a chronology of what actually took place on certain days in history. You feel what I'm saying? So my thing is, you have to be vigilant. Don't take life as a joke. Don't take it for granted that somebody ain't moving. Don't take it for granted that somebody ain't plotting and planning. Don't take it for granted that somebody ain't watching you. Don't take it for granted. Use your intuition. Use your intuition. All of us got the God power of intuition. It happens sometimes when we walk in the house and somebody's in the house, and I use this example a lot. We walk in the house and we feel like, oh, that somebody's in the house. That's your birthright. That's your God birth. You was born with this power. Just hone it. Hone the power. Hone it and own it. And if it don't feel right, it ain't right. That's what it is. Don't question, don't debate it. If it don't feel right, it ain't right. Get out of there. That's what happened when I went to Cali. I said, oh man, I seen them people. I didn't see the people on the roof, but I seen the people standing around, and it looked so odd to me. I should have just jumped back in the car and left. But praise be to Allah that, this weird guy came swinging, and I dipped and kept walking and moving and getting out the way just so I could get out of there, because I feel as though if I would have tussled, who knows what would have happened? Who knows what would have happened? Maybe could have been some people came off the roof, came out the alley. Who knows what happened? But even then, I should have used that God instinct, that God intuition to say, nah. This ain't feeling right. And then I didn't even know it was more people than what it was. I didn't even know until I got home and looked at the video, and I'm seeing people on the roof. I'm seeing people in the car. I'm like, oh man, I probably wouldn't even have made it home. I could have been locked away somewhere, murdered somewhere, saying that I came and he went on Sinetta and said I came with a burner. So my point is, family, if you are in any spiritual type organization, don't let the leader or the teacher convince you that there is something outside of you that is greater than you. That something outside of you is also in you. Hone the thing that's in you, and you can connect to that thing that's outside of you. And just stay on point. That's where we at now. That's the best defense you can have right now. The best defense that you can have right now is to be on point. Is to be vigilant. That's the best defense. And don't believe in Easter bunnies. Don't believe in Easter bunnies, because the moment that you teach your children to believe in Easter bunnies and Santa Claus and all of these fairy tales, you're preparing their minds as when they get older, people like Tariq Nasheed, people like Malik Zulu Shabazz, people like Crystal Muhammad, people like all of these people are able to give them wooden nickels and they think it's valuable. Because they have trained their mind for so long by the way of their parents. They have seasoned their mind generation after generation. The parents seasoned them with lies, and then they took it and seasoned it with lies, and then they took it and passed it to their children and seasoned it with lies. No. What you're doing is you're softening the mind so it can receive impressions of wickedness from those who want to take advantage of us. You got to make sure, man, we dumb our children down. We dumb our children down by default. This is why they can't defend themselves in the spirit of critically thinking, because we dumb them down. We force them to believe lies. We force them to believe, and this is why someone can walk up and looking strange, and we like, well, that's rather strange. Get out of there. Get out of there. That's rather odd. We start acting like them people. That was rather odd. No. Go. First thing we want to do, the younger generation want to pull out the phone. Man, hold, where my phone at? Man, you better get low. With that being said, family, I just wanted to do this show just to show everybody, the difference between how these people are moving and how we are moving. You know what I'm saying? And when I say we, I'm talking about those on the internet. You feel what I'm saying? I'm talking about those on the internet that's acting like they for us. This is how they moving. 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 You feel me? This is how they moving. And we're being entertained. Now, we're going to listen to these people, Tariq Nasheed, and anybody that do comments or commentary on that, all the commentary going to be about? The white supremacists, and they sit up there, and they ain't going to come with no solution. I'm telling you, the best solution right now is critically thinking. The best solution is critically thinking. Make sure your spirit is right so you can feel that around you, that is there to harm you. And until unity come, all you got is you. The people that you know, the people that you love, the people that have sacrificed with you. Until unity come, that's all you got. That's it. That's it. When unity come, then we may see one another as each other. But until then, we can't even debate different ideologies without somebody cussing somebody out. If I debate a Sunni brother, he will get so crazy. If I debate a Nation of Islam brother, he will lose his mind. But we supposed to come together and fight oppression? We supposed to come together and fight oppression? I can't even disagree with you about the Bible. I disagree with a Hebrew brother. He would lose his mind. Lose his mind. But we supposed to come together and fight oppression. Okay. I hear you. 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 I hear you.
I be that more you
Bobby, thank you for joining me tonight.
I'ma be that more you gon' remember.
We got some fabulous shows coming up I've been working on. It's gonna be right.
I be that more you gon'
We got some fabulous shows coming up, family.
That's right.
I'm in the background working hard, family. Everybody thumbs up. We got 300 people watching tonight. I need everybody to thumbs up. Somebody say unleash the flutes.
And I'm speaking about the prophet over Drew Ali.
Family, we'll be back tomorrow night.
To the
best of my ability, I'll be back tomorrow night.
Told you wasn't black.
I'll be working, man. I appreciate each and every one of y'all.
Here we go again, acting like you a slave. The same thing.
It is what it is, family.
And looking at women buying European hair. No love for self, but do the men really care? Have now, cause they got a love for Europe. Whole generation chasing pills, weed and syrup. Yeah, they love no yachty, Tucci, Gucci, Kodak, Amigos, Ross, Lucid. But where the love for told a woman, look like your mother. I guess they say it's all black when it's under the cover. Now cipher, I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I be that more you gon' remember.
That's his mother and father.
I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I be that more you gon' remember.
Family, I appreciate you.
Call my number. All you super scholars holler. This era for the workers. You ain't building on the ground, then you worse than a twerker.
That's right.
You look and sound good, but
you
that's
already
only
know.
on the surface. Probably working for them people. Now tell me what's your purpose. Ain't worried about your homie, but know that I know every mo that Rockin fast. He ain't my bro. Yeah, you know I ain't slow. I seen it all before.
I see y'all tomorrow, fam.
It was all for
Peace and love.
Some got it right now. Don't say that I'm not down. I'm coming for my vast mistakes. I want my